So let's start with our 4 lab things. The things that make chemistry. So we have the element constructor, the compound creates the lab table, material reducer. Let's start with the element constructor. Here you have 3 protons, 3 electrons and 3 neutrons to make any atom you want. Isotopes, like for example deuterium. You can make deuterium, but that's counted precisely like hydrogen, so in other words you can't. But you can make practically all elements that exist. Now I'm pressing randomly, so that won't make me do anything, but well, who cares? Second, the element reducer. I will take 2 things that contain. I'll get that grass block, and I will take and I don't know if you can use it, and I will use netherrack. So that it has a lot of things, so you could use some blocks as your source of things, but unfortunately didn't find something which contains helium. The grass block, it has strangely less. You don't know why. Wolf nymph, you can't put it, you can put everything. Netherrack doesn't exist, so it's silicon, oxygen, mercury, and no one knows what. Element, I don't know what. Then compound creator. Now, if you got some hydrogen, you can, there are blocks of hydrogen, you can make water. And there's a thing, because if you're in survival, well, you don't actually use hydrogen and oxygen. Yes, you have to put them, but you don't consume hydrogen and oxygen, if I remember well. So that means that then you can put it here and you have free hydrogen and oxygen. I don't know why it's like that. Then the lab table. Remember, this is the less true thing in Minecraft. Chemistry. And only 4 things work in here. If you try doing H2O, it, well, doesn't work. Now, it will make different things. So for example, you can make this effect, or it can make this effect, which is my favorite. Okay, this is interesting new. Now, by doing things that don't work here, you can create something new, which is called rubbish. The thing of rubbish that you can put it here and you can combine it with, well, nothing. You can keep trying until you you make the effects that you want. Unfortunately, when there's a fire, this burns up and you lost it. We can make not all things that exist. For example, you can't make magnetite. And mostly you can't make magnets. It would be fun if you could, but in Minecraft you can't. Now, for example, you can make charcoal. with hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. But you have to follow the quantities. So, for example, charcoal needs 7 carbons, 1 oxygen, and 4 hydrogens, and you've got charcoal. As much as you want for, almost for free. So in survival Minecraft, this is very useful if you really need charcoal, which why do you need that much charcoal? I don't know. Now this is, you have charcoal, but you can't do anything more fun with it. Here we get 12 fun things. You'll need the crafting table to make these things. I'll show you different things. Now, let's start with underwater TNT. So we need sodium and TNT, and you don't need flint and steel, but just to show you. You should probably know that TNT doesn't do any damage underwater. There's no sign that there was a TNT explosion on the ground. It's very obvious that there was an explosion. Now, if you go on your crafting table, or even here, and you put sodium over TNT, you have underwater TNT. Now, I am not sure, but I think that inner underwater TNT has a more powerful explosion than regular TNT. Probably. In any case, if it really is just a bit. But what is the best thing for underwater TNT? If we make it explode underwater, you can obviously see that there was something strange. Because there was an explosion, but normally you can't explode TNT underwater. So underwater TNT, then underwater torches. If you put a torch and there are these new salt torches, we can't put any of them underwater. But if you get a torch, get some magnesium, and maybe and I think that maybe they chose magnesium because magnesium burns underwater. Actually, it doesn't. But you can put it, and it will make this cool effect. Even on the air, you can put it, and it will make these kind of sparkles. So I don't know what that is, but it is like that. Now, more complicated stuff. Color torches. So, I would use tungsten chloride because it's green. If you go to here and you press elements, you can find all the 118 elements known. Although not every has a use. Now chlorine, and it is 1 of tungsten and 6 of chlorine, and we have tungsten chloride. Then we need a torch. We put tungsten chloride and we have a green torch. I will make just another color, and I will use potassium chloride, which makes purple. For potassium chloride, we need potassium, obviously. Potassium, and we need always chlorine. Oops, I have deleted my green dot. Oh, that's not important. In any case, we put one of each, and we have potassium chloride. Then we need a torch. We put the potassium chloride, then we put a torch. And we have a purple torch. If I make it midnight, well, this purple torch won't give you purple light. The same in the day. So it's not that useful actually. It only is purple. You could put purple dye in reality. I think you could do it. Sparklers we can make, which are easy. Now I have already for potassium chloride, so I'm gonna use potassium chloride, and I'm gonna need a stick and some magnesium. I don't know why they like magnesium so much. In any case, put a stick, magnesium, and this. Now, sparklers are very cool in Minecraft, and if you kind of eat it, shake it, when you walk you leave this trace of sparkles, which if you want someone to follow you, it makes it very easy. Now you could put this in your left hand and have another in your right hand, and you can kind of draw a road. Now, although that, well, it's not an actual road, so it doesn't make sense. Although if you go underwater, they just, the one in your right hand kind of poofs out and doesn't exist anymore. And if it goes in your right hand, it immediately doesn't exist anymore. Now I will do a balloon, which is pretty easy. I need latex C5H8, carbon, and hydrogen. C5H8, and I'll make 6 stacks of it. Then we will need a lead and helium and whatever dye you like. So lead, and I'll make them green. Here we put our latex like this, then the lead. Oh, and I forgot the helium. And green balloons. Now balloons in Minecraft are fun. And I mean fun, you can do a couple of things with them. If you have a fence, you can tie them like this. And you can leave them and, well, they're helium balloons, but in Minecraft they shoot up like rockets. So and the fun thing of them, if we have a cow, for example, and I say a cow because it's the animal they have close to me, if you attach it, the cow with the balloon will float away into, well, I don't know where. If you pop the balloon, the cow will probably die. It works even with other animals, like chickens go faster. And it works even with donkeys. Poor donkey. Now, the thing is that these balloons these animals, they kind of disappear then. I don't know, maybe they explode? I have no idea. Well, probably not. Now, hardened glass and glow sticks, and these are the two last things that I will do in the compound creator, which is this. Well, not fully in the compound creator, but in any case, we need polyethylene, which is C10H20. So C10H20 polyethylene. Then we need one polyethylene C10H20, and I'll make another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we need luminol. Now if I remember well, luminol glows, but if I remember well, it's not used in glow sticks. So luminol is C8, H7N3, nitrogen, and O2. So C8H7 N3 and O2, and we need just one luminol, and then we need hydrogen peroxide, which luckily is very easy to do. It's just H2O2, and we got hydrogen peroxide, and then we can make them green and blue. So we need 6 polyethylene, 6 getting too confused. So 6 polyethylene, 1 luminol hydrogen peroxide, green dye, and they have this strange texture, I don't know why. And then I'll make 2 blue. So green, blue. Now when I shake this, it is green glow stick, but unfortunately there's something with the texture that doesn't work. Okay, hardened glass pane. We need aluminum oxide, aluminum, and we need boron trioxide, and glass pane, or stained glass, or stainless pane. I'll make it normal glass. Now make a day so you can see what I'm doing better. And I will make boron trioxide, aluminium. I don't remember how this is. Aluminium oxide. Put it here. You put glass in the middle, then boron trioxide and aluminium oxide. Aluminium oxide on the top, boron trioxide on the bottom. Now I'll take this, I will take some TNT, and I'll need some glass. And I'll need some flint and steel to show you something. Well, hardened glass is much harder than glass. To demonstrate this, I'll make kind of a cube glass, then put some TNT and in the middle. Now this is normal glass and it doesn't do practically anything. Now look what happens if I use hardened glass. It doesn't even break the corners. The only problem is that it doesn't protect you from damage. You can make four things, which I'll make all, and they are bleach, heat block, ice bomb, and super fertilizer. Now I will start with my favorite, the ice bomb, which is for sodium acetate. Now sodium acetate is C2H3 NaO2. So we will need carbon, hydrogen, sodium and oxygen. Sodium and oxygen. So I'll put 2 carbons, 3 hydrogens, and 1 sodium and 2 oxygens, and that'll make 4 were enough. So okay. Now you have to be careful with this because it wants any reason to do something. Well, oxygen on its own doesn't do anything, but in the lab table it doesn't do nothing. Now if you put 1 stack, if you put 4 it's good, but if you put 8 it won't work. You have to put precisely 4 and it will make this effect always, and you have 1 ice bomb. The ice bombs aren't bombs and they won't do anything to moss, but to water they will freeze the water. So you can use it kind of instead of frostwalk in survival Minecraft, but it doesn't work that well actually. It's a bit of frostwalk. One thing is that you can't freeze mobs that are in the water. You can, for example, here there's like graph which represents a mob. See, well, it survives. It didn't get incorporated in the ice. That would be cool because you could kind of hibernate them out, but you can't. Then the heat block, which needs iron, but not the iron block. Iron, the other type of iron, which is chemical iron. I don't know what. There's no difference, but there is. That doesn't make any sense. So you need iron, water, not water. Water you need H2O, which is the same, but well, Minecraft wants to be more than 100% precise. So water, charcoal. There's no chemical charcoal, you can use whatever charcoal you want, and you need sodium chloride, salt. No, not sodium chloride, salt. Sodium chloride, and we have salt. You can't eat it or salt in your food with it, unfortunately. So 1 salt, 1 iron, 1 water, and I need charcoal. So 1 iron, 1 water, 1 salt, 1 charcoal, and it will make the heat block. Now I have made this size. Now this works as a torch that has a big heat, but it melts ice and snow. So for example, this has been melted, and this too, it melts. Everything that can be melted in Minecraft. Bleach. And bleach works like, well, bleach in Minecraft. And you can bleach things to make them white. To make bleach, we need 3 water, because, well, bleach, there isn't like bleach. It's a pretty strong base diluted in water. That's why I think it's like this in Minecraft. Lot of water. And sodium hypochlorite, NaClO. Sodium, chlorine and oxygen. Chlorine and oxygen. Sodium, oxygen, and chlorine. And you got sodium hypochlorite. So you put it here, you put 3 sodium hypochlorite and 3 water, and you see if there's an animation here, it means that it will do something which isn't rubbish or just an explosion. And because, well, if you make it wrong, for example like this, it won't make that, and that means that it will do something else. I wasn't expecting an explosion, anyway. We have some bleach. And I've got this cyan bed. Now I can't bleach it like this, but if I put the bed in the bleach, it will make a white bed. It can work with whatever bed except the white bed, so you can make white beds. In fact, if you look for the recipe, this is a strange thing. If you look for the recipe in survival, the white bed, it's bleach and a cyan bed. And finally, the last thing, super fertilizer. Now, it's made by ammonia and phosphorus. Now, luckily, phosphorus is very easy to find. You can find it in creative mode. And you need ammonia, which is NH3, nitrogen and hydrogen. NH3 ammonia. Now this is the only time that you put an element inside this and it will do something useful. So phosphorus, ammonia. Poof, it makes that kind of ground thing. In any case, I'll make more. Oops. Didn't put the ammonia. Now, phosphorus, ammonia. Phosphorus, ammonia. And I will need a hoe. And I will need some seeds. And then I will need some bone meal. And I will need a sapling. So, now, to seeds, which actually works. You see, you have to what's happening? it. So no pumpkin. Let's defeat this with a pumpkin. I can make this demonstration. You see, it has multiple stages, but if you use the super fertilizer, it grows instantaneously. And with the trees, it's just the same. Well, maybe it's just with the oak tree. I'll try one last thing. Dark oak sapling. Okay. Is that an exception? No. Okay. It works only with pumpkin seeds. It surely works with pumpkin seeds, but others I don't know. Okay, that's enough for this video.